I know this.
We have another video game manga, and this is Kingdom Hearts. I love the cover. I think it's the cool tones that I'm attracted to. Alright, let's see what the back says. Okay, never mind. Oh boy, how am I going to explain this story? If you don't already know, this series is infamous for its confusing storyline and plot. So a manga adaptation for this video game is a great idea. But how to explain this strange story? I guess first off, this is a crossover series. We have Disney and Final Fantasy in one universe. So the manga begins with a little world building about light is fading and darkness is consuming everything and everyone. It jumps to 3 kids on a beach talking about leaving their island and going to explore the different worlds in their universe. At the same time, Donald and Goofy's story is being told, where they have to go out and search for their king, who has suddenly disappeared, who left a note saying he's going to find the source that causes the light to fade. The plan with Sora and his friends doesn't work out due to a storm that is caused by the darkness suddenly. They get separated and Sora is flung into another world and cross paths with Donald and Goofy. And the plot is established. Find the king, his friends, all the while stop enemies from the darkness called Heartless, and save the universe. The plot is a classic good versus evil, but the way this story is told leaves wide opportunities and scenarios for this adventure. The plot moves quickly, and it doesn't dwell on things too long. This story can be predictable and we know the outcome, but the journey makes it interesting. It is immersive and you're excited to see who shows up next. Like I said, this is a crossover with Disney and Final Fantasy, so your favorite characters are bound to show up. The strong point of this manga is the interaction with the characters and the in-betweens of this journey. And speaking of characters, the main 3 characters, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, are great. They're very likable. I found myself smiling at the things they say to each other. Although this is only volume 1, I know we'll get to see Sora grow as a character. Although he's a protagonist that we know will succeed, you still want to root for him. Unfortunately, the other characters is like being on a safari. You point and say ooh and ah. They are there for nostalgia and reference. Like I said earlier, this is a fast-paced manga. So those other characters have a short and limited time on the pages. And that leads me to their dialogue. It is basic. If it's not Sora, Donald, and Goofy, they are info dumping and guiding Sora along. And some characters are used to explain what is happening. This makes it sound boring, but it's actually not. The rest of the writing is great. It's fun. There are a couple odd things that I think got lost in translation. Or it might be humor from Japan. It only lasts a panel, so it didn't change the story or make me confused. Other than that, the manga is lighthearted, comedic, and fun. You'll want to keep turning the pages. Now, let's go to the art. It's cute, it's solid, it's really pleasing to the eye. The faces are never off. The Disney characters are exact. The Final Fantasy characters have a cute style to them. The artist is great with anatomy and his own style, that everything looks so polished. Sora is drawn so adorable, it's perfect for his personality. There's also chibi and doodle faces, and it's placed in timely moments that makes it fun. The fight scenes are lacking. Don't expect too much. This is a very fast-paced manga, so the fight scenes end within a page or 2. It's not that bad, but it's not exciting. It's very short, which is kind of disappointing. I guess if you want that, go play the games. But it serves its purpose. There's one battle that is confusing, but it's short, so it's okay. In the in-between chapters, there is art of certain characters and what they're doing in between Sora's journey. I like this. It brings more to the world. And speaking of the world, the backgrounds in this manga is kind of there. The world building is light and not explained. You can kind of see where they're at in some panels. I guess if you watch the movies or play the games, your mind just fills in the blank. If you've never seen certain Disney movies or played the Final Fantasy games, you won't know where they're at. But at the same time, this manga is so lighthearted that it won't affect the story because the story is about the characters and their journey. I do have one pet peeve, and maybe because this manga is for all ages, but Donald and Goofy found Sora so quickly, I would have liked if they showed off the starting world and them searching and exploring a little bit, but oh well. At the end, there are reference sheets, which is cool. I like when manga does this. So volume 1 is simple and sweet. It's a great setup for a fun adventure. If you're more into the serious tone, more into depth, this might not be for you. So for my rating, 5 being absolutely neutral and 10 being the best thing I've ever read, I give Kingdom Hearts Volume 1 a 6. It's a great start. I like what it's doing. I like the art a lot. It's fun, it's cute. I'm also a fan of the game series. So, would you give this manga a try? Or is this crossover just a little too weird for you?